Hello and welcome to That British Homestead. Today I'm going to be growing my own Christmas tree on Christmas Day. How mad is that? Let's get started. So I got the grow your own sort of Christmas advent calendar, and this was the final thing you get if you get the vegetable one. Spoiler alert. And I thought it was a great thing to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and plant this up. Plant this bad boy up. Let's get started. So you push these down. So it's important to push these down so you have a good medium to sort of kind of plant off of. It is December, however it is very warm, so I'm going to go do summer planting. I also don't have very many beds kind of like finished really for garlic. I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to get any done before spring, so I might go ahead and grow some garlic in pots. I've never done this before, so there's that as well. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll see. Okay, so let's see. Here it states that we have 5 Christmas trees. These are fir Christmas trees. They are an heirloom called Norman fir. This is the Christmas tree I normally buy actually. And so we've had this in the freezer for 2 days. And now I'm going to plant it in here, cover it up and put it in the fridge, as it says on the back of the seed packet. So crazy stuff. Oh my goodness. I actually expected the seeds to be a lot smaller, but they're actually huge. Look at them. They are crazy big. So that is one seed. So they've just come out of the freezer, so obviously they're quite cold. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I put 1 in each. It did say 5, but I do have 3, 6, 9, 10. So I've never done this before, obviously. Can you imagine? I'm like planting a whole entire forest. There we go. So that's madness, isn't it? Oops. Like planting an entire forest. I thought as well, because I didn't have any time to like go down and finish up the what they called the allotment, I thought that I would go ahead and do some garlic as well. I'm a little bit concerned about garlic. I've actually had like some sleepless nights about it. So I have some garlic here, and I'm going to just take the best cloves. That is what it's like when you're doing garlic. So I just sort of do it down. They're not going to be in here for very long, as I said, but I would like them to just be sprouting before spring. I've never done this before, so bear with me. I eat an incredible amount of garlic each year. God, look at that. It's a massive, that clove. This is the garlic that I have grown. This is my garlic seed. I grow and save garlic every year. So I'm just concerned that I haven't got very many in the ground. And I like to have as much as possible. So that they're too small to grow. In my opinion, keep that for indoors. But because this year we were in the process of moving garage, what's happened is when my partner was coming in here to get some garlic, he was taking from the seed garlic, which is obviously not what I wanted, because my seed garlic is the best garlic. So for a little while I was like, oh my goodness, my garlic is so great, because I separate the garlics every year into garlics that I'm going to grow and garlics that are just not perfect. I eat the not perfect ones. Look at this, it's huge. So you can imagine this is one of the rejected ones. It's not seed garlic. So it's good though. And I just want to ensure that I have enough garlic for next year's sowing, basically. I need about 160, which is madness, I know. Look at that little baby one. So I've got this lovely gardening pot and I'm going to plant some of my bulbs in here. Now, these are the bulbs that I've actually bought. These are from B&Q. These bulbs were an absolute bargain because they were £1 a box, which you can't say no to that, can you? Because they're the last few weeks that you're able to grow these particular bulbs. So, you can see that all right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some of these bulbs in here now. Now, this is the first time I've sort of done anything this fancy. I'm not particularly a fancy person, but I'm going to have a go. Now, I've went ahead and got myself the biggest planter that I have, and I'm going to put some tulips in the middle. These are all spring bulbs, so they're going to be roughly about spring that these are going to be flowering. These ones here, look how weird they look like. They look like little octopi. Oops. Okay. These ones are gorgeous. They are pink and they're called redundanus. There we go. So I'm going to put these around the outside. I think it's going to look quite cute. I think it'd be nice for outside my house so that it's got something nice for spring. Got 3 of those in there. Now, here I've got some more smaller bulbs. I'm just going to spiral sort of outwards with these and see if that looks good. I'm kind of just doing whatever I'm doing on one side, I'm doing on the other. These here are the woodhock. These are a larger bulb. I'm going to go ahead and put them on the outside. As you can see, I'm going to put those about there. I think they'll look quite nice. Got 3 of these bulbs. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in like so. I got a few of these iris bulbs. They're gorgeous. These are the ones here, the irises. I really like those, so I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of those in as well. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep it as even as possible. And we'll see what that looks like. You're probably thinking, oh no, don't do that, it's going to look awful. I've never done this before. So please go ahead and comment and help us out. These are for containers, and I do have some for wildlife that I will pop down the allotment because Jasmine loves her bulbs. So I think that looks quite nice. As you can see, it's got like a nice spread, but nothing's too overcrowded. So I'm trying to get more into my flowers. And I think it's important because bees and things like that need the flowers. They look gorgeous and they do make me so happy. And anything that encourages you to go out into the garden is always good. So I'm just going to bury these a little bit deeper into the soil, according to the instructions on the back of the packet. So they need to be about 8 to 15 centimetres deep. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to also put a heavy layer of mulch on top. So I'm not going to go too crazy with the compost. I just want to make sure that none of the little tops are showing. I think that's looking good. The heavy layer of mulch will also help when it isn't very, very wet in the summer. It will help them not be so dried out so quickly, which is super important. So I'm doing this like a hugelkultur, which A, is very difficult to pronounce, and B, what it's going to do is as this rots down, it's going to make sure that the bulbs have moisture. This stays incredibly wet even when it's dry outside, which will give my bulbs enough moisture to really give it nutrients, etc. So that's what I'm going to do. Nice big pieces and small bits. You can see that it's mostly sort of broken down, or it's starting to break down. All the leaves have gone and it's starting to become well rotted. It is over a couple of years old, so it is sort of perfect medium to have at the bottom of your bucket. It also saves you a bunch of money for when you are filling up a large tub like this. There's not really much that you can actually grow this time of year, so it's nice to have bulbs because it kind of gives you the sort of like you get itchy fingers, and this helps with it. You know, I struggle not to have anything to plant this time of year, and there's only so much that we can actually plant this time of the year. I've done my onions, so it's basically some bulbs. I'm really excited about spring and seeing these. I've not grown these before, so it's very exciting. So I'm going to start off with these larger bulbs. I might do sort of larger bulbs in the centre. I'm going to plant these a little bit deeper as I've done the soil a little deeper. And it's just shoots at the top and bulb bit at the bottom. Like I said, I'm not an expert, so please correct me if I'm doing anything wrong. I am here to learn. And these ones here, these are little lapviolos. I'm awful at pronunciation. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and put them as deep. I'm going to kind of put them in like a symmetrical pattern as such. These ones, I really love these ones. My mum came with me and I was like, I need these bad boys in my life. Jasmine said they look like spiders and she hates them, but they are gorgeous, look. And they will grow something truly remarkable. So I'm going to go ahead and put these bad boys in the corners. Now, unlike the other ones, I'm not going to force these down because of the little tendrils on them. But I'm going to hope that they're okay. So, last but not least, I've got these little iris bulbs. And I'm going to go ahead and pop these about. Now, these look like quite miniature irises according to the box. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle them. Roots down, just like garlic. I'm treating them like garlic because I honestly don't know any better. So if I'm doing it wrong, please don't copy me. This is all sort of what I'm doing. I'm kind of just showing you what I will do. I'm excited about what this is going to look like, you know. And there you go. I don't think that bulbs will ever look bad personally. I think they always look great. But you might be screaming at the screen saying, what are you doing with your life? But this is how I've chosen to do it. I'm also going to do a layer of mulch over the top of these bulbs. Now, spring bulbs do need to be in by December. That's why I'm doing it now. But if you were to say like, oh my goodness, I haven't had time or life got in the way, then it's okay. You can put them in. Of course, they're going to grow. You just probably won't get flowers this year. I'm really lucky now, so I'm not going to water these. Not only is this compost super wet, but it's actually currently raining, which is fantastic luck because when it's raining, you don't have to water. So I'm going to be growing more garlic and I'm going to be starting my sowing very, very soon. So if you like all of this stuff and you like me rambling on, please go ahead and subscribe because this is what you get here and I'd love you to follow along. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I've eaten so much today, I think I might explode. So I'm just getting the lumps out. It doesn't really matter, but that's what I fancy doing. It's really therapeutic. Hi, Miss growing. So I've got a load more bulbs to grow and I'm probably going to do it in my old vegetable patch. I'm trying to turn that into a flower garden. So that's very exciting. I've also put loads of bulbs down the allotment and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're like in spring. I'm also really looking forward to what these are going to look like. I'm hoping they won't look horrendous, but they're going to be a focal point outside and in my front garden. So let's hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Blech.